Good morning, my name is Tamara Hart and we're starting a new science unit, and I'm going to briefly go over the activities we will do in the science unit. The name of the unit is Simple Machines, Making Work Easier, and on this bulletin board I have 6 different categories of the simple machines: inclined plane, wheel, wedge, screw, pulley, and lever. And we're going to, first thing component of this game is the simple machine picture sort. Right here we have pictures that we sort and categorize for the type of simple machine. So for example, under wheel and axle we'll have the doorknob, gears, roller skate, and rolling pin. Those are wheel and axles. And then second component of this is simple machine sort. And I actually have the actual simple machines in here to sort also on this bulletin board. And we have like the pulley is under pulley, this screw under screw. We have tape measures will be under wheel and axle, and so forth. The next part we have is simple machine memory. And in the simple machine memory, it's I got 20 cards, and it's going to be just like a regular simple memory game, except that we're going to match up the types of simple machines. So the pictures won't be an exact match. You'll need to know what type of simple machine you're looking at. For example, we've got the gear and a rolling pin. So those are both wheel and axle, so that will be a match. And then another one would be knives and an axe. Those are also a match. And when they keep going until all the cards are gone, how all them matched up. The fourth part is a simple machines bingo game. And on this one, I've got a die that has 6 sides, the normal standard size, and we have pulley, wheel, axle. On each side, there's one different type of simple machine on each side. You roll the die, and we've got wheel and axle, so we'll take one of our markers, and we've got a wheel and axle here, which is a doorknob, and a wheel and axle here. So I'll have to decide which one I want to cover up, and so forth. When there's 3 in a row, diagonal, across, or up and down, there's going to be a winner. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the math stations, and these math skills are going to help us with our science. And one of the books that we have in there is Inch by Inch, and it's showing how a little caterpillar or inchworm is measuring different animal friends. The next book that we have is Millions to Measure, and we have all different types of measurement, weighing and measuring, length, and it kind of goes back in history and gives us a history of where measurements started and how we came about having a standard of measurement. And first thing we're going to do in our math station is learn how to use the balance scale, and I'm going to show you how to do this, and then we'll know the balance scale. It does what it sounds like it's going to. We put the object on one side, center it. We put weighing with pennies, and then we're going to put 1 penny, 2 pennies. We try to put the pennies kind of in the center too, so that it's got an accurate weight. And 2 pennies is fine. 3 is way too much, so I'm going to go with 2 pennies. It's closer to 2 pennies. So when we get to that activity on the math station die, I'll put 2 here under how many pennies did it weigh. The next part of our math station is measurement, and we have the data sheets that go with the measurement, and we're going to measure a bookmark, and we're going to measure it in centimeters and in inches. And in instructions it says to measure it to the nearest inch or centimeter. So this bookmark is 5 3/4 inches long, so we're going to put it down as 6 inches. We're going to round it to the nearest centimeter, okay, the nearest inch. Centimeters the same way. This is almost 15 centimeters long, so we're going to put 15 centimeters, and we'll abbreviate with IN for inch, CM for centimeters. And the next one that we're going to do is paper clip sort, and this one we have different shaped paper clips, and we've got a sorting container with 4 places for each of the different 4 shapes of paper clips. And what we're going to do here is there's 2 parts to this. First, it's going to be a tally and count part, and there's going to be a bar graph part. We'll tally the clips. We have 7 ring paper clips, so we're going to put 7 here. and so forth, all the way down to the different, the star, ring, guitar, and harp. Then we're going to transfer this data down here and make a bar graph using different colored pencils for each shape of the paperclip. And the purpose of these, the math station, is to help us in our science, because we're going to have to be able to measure the force and when we're using simple machines, because simple machines do work, so that has to be measured. And we were going to use our measurements to do that. And on this we have sort, because we have to sort our different kinds of machines and categorize them. Next, we're going to this the science station and make it move. It's one of our books here. It's a simple book, and just gives a basic idea of what simple machines are and some examples. The next book we have here is the Castle Under Siege. And this is how they built castles hundreds of years ago using simple machines. And what we're going to do with this one is that the students have to find the simple machine in here, the type of simple machine, and then they're going to have a sheet, data sheet. And it asks, okay, what, it has different things, wedge, screw, it has all the different simple machines. It says wedge. Under wedge, I've got an example here. It says name of the wedge. The name is axe. And it says how was it used to chop wood? And third question is how did it make work easier? So this is something they might use the simple machines in the box to look through and try to manipulate them and see and figure out, because they have to come up with an answer, and that's kind of requires a lot of thinking. And this is something that you might be able to figure out if you have a tool to actually try to work it through it. The next thing we have for simple machines science station is, again, we're going to go back to the memory game, but this time we're going to record our data on the memory game data sheets. And here is an example. We're going to match them up, and once the game is complete, we're going to put all the matches here, whether they're yours or somebody else's. So I have the blank, I have gear and rolling pin under number 1 because they were a match. You'll have 10 matches when you get done. And the next thing we have is the simple machines what am I game. On this one we have the different categories of simple machines and some extra vocabulary words, not just the simple machines. And we've got these, it's got screw, fulcrum, 4 simple machines, and just several vocabulary words. And like this, I separate objects, and these are the cards that you have to figure out what am I. I separate objects or hold objects in place. That would be, okay, that's going to be a wedge, so I will put it under wedge. I help to raise flags up a pole. That's going to be a pulley, so I will put it under pulley. And once I'm done, I'm going to get my simple machine what am I data sheet. And this is an example of wedge. I separate objects and hold objects in place. So that will be axe will separate objects, or a doorstop would hold a door in place. So those are where we would put that, and those can be 1 to 3 for each one. The last one we have is the acrostic poem, and for this we're going to take a word like pulley and put P-U-L-L-E-Y and make a poem out of it. And for this one, I have pulleys can pull flags up a pole. Using pulleys makes work not so slow. Lifting heavy things with a pulley is not hard. Lifting things like with a crane like a car. Everything you lift will be easy as can be. Just try using a pulley and you will see. And this is the acrostic poem example. They can use any word. It has to do with simple machines like machines, lever, wedge, screw, pulley, force, and make their own acrostic poem. And I think we're going to have a fun unit doing this. And we're going to take an in-school field trip, and we're going to go around and look and find all the simple machines in and out of our school that you use every day that help you make life easier for you. And I think we'll have a great time. Thank you.